Hi everyone, welcome to 28 COA Talks. I'm with Mr. Daniel Gomez from the United States, who is an award-winning business coach, executive coach, motivational keynote speaker, and podcast of the year recipient who has over 2 decades of experience in the arena of leadership development and team building. He is the author of the international best-selling book You Were Born to Fly, and his recent book is The Makings of a Millionaire Mind. This book is about his own journey, which has not been very easy. He talks about what took him from being a child that ate cereal with water because they could not afford milk to being the successful millionaire that he is today. He gives individuals and organizations the success principles, leadership skills, and business mindset to develop and build a winning business. So, welcome, Mr. Daniel.
Batu, thank you so much for having me over here from the States. Man, I'm excited to be here with you, and thank you so much for having me, my friend.
Pleasure is mine. So, in your book at the back cover, the first line is that most people as adults never invest in themselves after their high school graduation. And I think I would go one step ahead and say that, most people don't even know what is the meaning of investing in themselves. So, what do you mean by investing in ourselves? Can you explain?
Just here in America, and I think maybe even worldwide, is we're taught just to go to school, and it's something that we have to do. And we're not really taught to say, hey, form a foundation for a successful life. Dream big, make something of yourself. So I think when people graduate, they're just happy they graduated because we're conditioned to do two things here in America. Either A, go get a job, or B, go to college. And that's it. But the thing is, both of those options, they don't teach you how to be successful and invest in yourself. They teach you to continue to be part of a system that is going to continue to keep you thinking average, to be mediocre. And the truth is this, is that once you open your mind to dream bigger, and it can be a simple investment as in our new book, The Makings of a Millionaire Mind. Most people, I think it's over 90% of people, once they graduate, they never read a book again in it, the entire book, because they're just not conditioned to invest in themselves. And a small monetary as a $20 book, most people will never do it. It's the small percentage that continues to learn and grow. And the sad part is I realize that I do a lot of business coaching. A lot of these young entrepreneurs, they still think like an employee, and that's why their businesses fail.
I see. So yes, that is very important, investing in ourselves because we are what when we say that somebody is worth $1 billion or somebody is worth $500 is we say that the person is what we don't say he has a business of $500 million. We say the person is worth that much. It means even if we take away all his money, he can actually get it back again. That is his word.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because the thing is this, is that in the book I talk about this, right? It's like I definitely talk about money, I talk about finances, but it's really the journey of becoming. We go from that employee mindset of working 9 to 5, and it's really the journey of becoming that successful businessman or businesswoman, and really developing that millionaire mind to where you stretch your capacity to receive it. And this is a problem that most people have, right? They don't believe it for themselves, but they believe it for everybody else, but they don't believe it for themselves. And in the book I talk about how I had to go and let go of all these belief systems that were on top of me, that would have me locked up on chains. And no, you got to break those chains, unlock the belief system. And once you unlock the belief system, everything changes. But most people, they never get a larger vision of their life. They never get a bigger vision. And you just got to have that picture in your mind. But the sad truth is most people don't even know how to get a bigger vision. So they're stuck.
What are some of the belief systems?
Well, the belief systems, there's a variety of them, right? Like here in the States, there's a big saying that says, right, whether I go speak in California, I go speak in Florida, right? I always do this exercise. I always say this, right? I said, doesn't matter where I go, I always do this little exercise. I start the sentence and they finish it, right? I say money doesn't grow on trees, right? The early bird gets the worm. That's just the way it is. So people have this belief system, whether it's in Texas, East Coast, West Coast, that money doesn't grow on trees, that it's hard to make money. And if you have these beliefs, it's always going to be hard to make money. And no one loves to do what is hard. So guess what? The money just eludes you. Or they have
Mm.
another belief system that money isn't important, which it is important, right?
Yes, of course. Mm.
And there's another belief system that we're engraved this, right? It's embedded in our minds as kids. Don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to
Mm.
strangers. Why is that important? Because in order to grow a business, in order to grow and sell yourself as an individual, you gotta talk to strangers. You
Of
gotta go out
course.
there and meet people, like me and you. But two, you're on the other side of the world, and we're here talking
Yes.
because, to me, I love talking to strangers. So we need to shift that belief system that no, I love talking to strangers, not don't talk to strangers.
Right. No, that's true actually. Yes. And at your background, you have written before you can become a millionaire, you must learn to think like one. How
Yes.
to think like a millionaire? I mean, our outer circumstances doesn't allow us to think. So isn't that very
Yes.
difficult? Really, I mean, how did you? What did you do to change that mindset? What did you do?
Well, the first thing is, like I said, you got to believe it for yourself. You got to believe that it's attainable. Right now, there's more millionaires than any other time in history. But
Yes.
the way to become a millionaire, you must first think with like one. A, you gotta allow yourself to dream that big, that it's a possibility. And the reality is this, but too, it's not that big of a dream. What we focus on, we attract.
Yes.
So you got to start focusing on the things of the millionaire mind. And what do I mean by that? Pick up a book like mine and
Hmm.
read it. That way it helps you to shift your thinking. And the thing is this, one of the biggest things that I did to change my mindset is you have to, right? Because I ate cereal with water, but I had to put myself in new environments. And I think one of the huge keys is to put yourself in a new environment. And that may be for you going out there. And actually, for me, I would stay at nicer hotels, even though I couldn't afford, say, a
Hmm.
really nice hotel all the time. I would sacrifice and stay in a beautiful hotel that had beautiful artwork, and just the environment was different. Because guess what? The people that stay here in the States at Motel 6 is a totally different person that stays at the Hilton, at the
Hmm.
Ritz Carlton. Totally different demographic. So maybe there in your home country is you got to put yourself in these hotels where the wealthy live. Why is that important? This is why. Because at these lower end hotels here in America, you see trucks that are wrecked, cars that are broken, old cars. You see maybe a Ford, a Chevrolet. There's nothing wrong with those. But when you stay at the Ritz Carlton, you see Rolls Royce, you see BMWs, you see Bentleys, and it just makes you like, wow. This is the main key. Why I'm sharing this. The dominant pictures in our head are gonna draw us to our future. Let me say it again. The dominant pictures in our head are gonna draw us to our future. And when you put new pictures in new environments, everything changes. It's kind of like buying the great example that I use in my trainings, right? Because we're about to start our Millionaire Mind Bootcamp, is we've all bought that new car. We've never really seen the car anywhere around us, but what happens when you buy that new car? What do you see all over the place now?
Ah, got it.
The car, right?
Yes, yes, of course. Just
Because
like,
you,
I the other day I was looking for a printout shop nearby, but I was not able to find out. Then I finally got into a printout shop, and then I start seeing printout shop everywhere nearby in that locality.
yes, because why? The right. I don't want to use big words, but your reticular activating system. I'm gonna make it simple. The filter in your brain that protects you, the filter changes because now you're focusing on that.
Mm.
And most people in over 90% of homes in America don't even use the word millionaire. They don't even speak that language. And the beautiful thing about my grandson, I tell him, "Good morning, Mr. Millionaire. How you doing, millionaire?" Because I want him to think that way. Because what you right once you engrave it as a child, there's no restriction. So you gotta change your environment, experience new things, and go out there and really touch, feel, put
Mm.
yourself in that. I see so many businesses. I'll say this quote: "Stop counting pennies because it's costing you thousands.
Mm.
Stop counting thousands because it's costing you millions. And so many times we self-sabotage that way because we focus on the pennies and the
Yes.
small bills.
Wow, amazing, amazing. One takeaway if we can take from this is wealth starts from the mind. Is that the right thing? Wealth starts in the mind.
Yes. Wealth starts in the mind. Wealth
Mm.
starts in your mind, right? Your outer world, right? Our outer world is a reflection of the inner world. So I want to end with this. When you allow yourself to dream bigger, your creativity is opened up. And if God can take mold, right? I think when penicillin was created, penicillin is created from stinky old mold and it's good for our bodies. What cannot happen in our lives and our business if we allow God to help us and give him a space and a place in our lives?
Nice.